even though one of them is still already spawned up. So Kuro's got no space to go in the jungle, and Jirax, he was looking for a gank on mid. Instead now, he moves up towards the top lane. Kuro's coming in with an extra stun, and they got an opportunity right now here on Faith. Wait for the extra stun timer as he starts to run himself away. There's your first Malefice. Jirax, he needs to get in front of him and get the body block off. Can't do it, so just physically attack him down, and Faith will be the first blood going in favor of Team Liquid. Jirax, however, is stuck in the trees. The Sunstrike is still such low level, and he'll boulder himself to safety.
Having his camps blocked out, him being able to rotate and gank up that Beastmaster. Part of the problem is going to be is that between the Enigma and the Earth Spirit, they're looking to try and jungle and also gank mid lane. The Beastmaster gets a lot of space, but Liquid's putting pressure.
It's happening again. You can initiate down on bottom lane over on Mind Control, but he's just so tanky. And Mind Control, okay, with the Fidget Block, consumes at the Fairy Fire. He's dropping down very, very low. At the same time, up on top lane, you're actually going to lose Faith to the three-man gang. So both safe lanes are able to find the pickoffs on the off-laners.
I think both these off-lanes are super scary, the Tidehunters especially, given that he can't actually use that cleanse of the Kraken.
This Tidehunter, just because you can continuously use the
bottom lane
anchor smash?
The kick, it actually connects over on Shadow.
Yeah,
but he still breaks free and moves over, and this actually baited Mind Control to come out a little bit further with the Sunstrike from Nightmare setup. Shadow gets the perfect tether off to Mind Control, survive this. His anchor smash hasn't done enough. He's moving back towards the tower. Jirax can't create space, and he actually backs up Shadow. He comes back in again. Jirax punishing Wings, who get overconfident. That's a big kill to take Jirax. He was the walking wound of the bottom lane. At the same time, Kuro will actually get picked off by Ice. He was just farming up a side camp. Then the middle lane also. A little bit of chip damage everywhere, but it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade-off.
I ended up spotting him because it's daytime. The nighttime movement, if he'd just done it maybe 15 seconds earlier, it would have been perfect for Kuro because it's still night at that point. He could have gone for the dive, but now Mind Control's in trouble.
He's going to trigger off the Ravage to try and survive with the anchor smash. The kick is in to connect the ball! Jirax, you are so beautiful. Find the kill over on the Slark. Ice with a fidget, however, again, a rebuttal kill. Taking out Mind Control on that, bringing that Tidehunter down, and that's the first Ravage blow that we see this game.
Man, Earthshaker games like this are so fun. Both teams are going to be trying to prioritize taking a little bit of objectives. Liquid have a lot more capabilities thanks to the lone Druid pick. It does seem to kind of fit Liquid's playstyle. If they can actually get into this moment of time, it's probably more like 20 minutes is what we're looking at, but when they have mech, the lone Druid is kind of coming online, and that gank on mid.
It's going to be difficult, but maybe not impossible, not once you get that 9 meta set up. They got Echo Slam as well as normal stun with a Sunstrike from the Invoker. Say goodbye to your Phantom Lancer. It was Liquid who was trying to poke for something else, and with the haste rune, they might be able to get this. The Dire Observer Ward facing right on top of it, so Jirax starts with the silence. There's no possibility for the Roar. Vada's coming in as well. Can they get some level of control? They cannot. They can't hold him there, and now it's Wings' turn. They turn around with a Roar on Jirax, and the Brain Sap finally an Entangle will come out from the bear. As Team Liquid just have to back off the top lane.
That is the one big thing. Like, we really feel that Earth Spirit is one of the strongest heroes in the game right now, but just because he has this really long initiation range and incredible disables, he is a little lacking on damage. So you could see it in that situation right there with the Beastmaster.
Mind Control.
Wasn't that close.
Fissure, stunned. They're going to look for the leash as well. That damage on the Shadow is high. The Sunstrike's coming in, but Mind Control reads it. He'll anchor smash again. Now in comes Kuro. He can black hole throw, but it's too late. Shadow, no! Oh boy!
And that should have been the third kill on the Slark this game in 11 minutes, but Kuro drops the ball there.
That Midnight Pulse almost found
Just because they were able to get both their Midases
is
now
a nightmare. They're starting up on top, but I think Wings will be really sad they did this. Kuro, they're going to roar on him with a Sunstrike. Jirax being scripted up. The two supports to control. Midnight Pulse will go down, but Kuro is dying right now to the Necros. How does he get himself out of this one? With extra help, maybe that's the way to do it. The rest of Liquid bringing in the support. Matumum and Lance now off cooldown. Will chase down the Beastmaster with the doppelganger forward. He doesn't actually have the Phantom Rush just yet. He's going well deep under the tower. Ice is rotating over. This Earthshaker has been everywhere at the right time. Doppelganger is on cooldown for 3 seconds. Matumum doesn't have a way out. The Sunstrike's going to connect the axe as well. It goes on, only hits once. Doppelganger is up. Here he goes, but Ice is waiting for it. He doesn't have Fissure. 3 seconds for the tower. That'll do the job. And the PL will be punished.
A Tumba Man, way too big.
Liquid, they're a team that feels antsy almost. They want to make something happen at all times. They want to try to open up the map. But when you constantly do that and Wings plays this defensive style,
it's what they're doing. The kick's going to come out. Jirax was prepping for it. The Tidehunter mind control was so far down. Now they know that Innocence as well as Ice, they're in the tree line. You do have Ravage available, but will not be required. Innocence is going to lock himself in the trees. For the Doppelganger, they break through that. The Fish on
No
way!
way!
No! He doesn't get out. There was still enough illusions for this. They get the kill over on the Bane, but the trade-off is your tier 1 tower on top.
Yeah, I think Wings are definitely getting the better of this situation.
they don't want to give up too much space, and they know that there's max 4 heroes up here.
Are they going
Innocence still
bottom?
hasn't shown themselves.
Jirax, okay, this is just a simple Fiend script. If Jirax didn't get the silence off, Kuro's making his play, they're bringing in more help. The Shadow pounces away up to the cliffside, so Innocence, he'll go down, sure. You defend your tier 1 tower, and Shadow will have to wait just a moment. But that's a heavy rotation from Liquid, and the tier 2 tower is still gone.
Yeah, notice where the map controller really is right now. The fact
It's usually just enough damage.
The Tumberman may regret being down here for a little bit, and he backs up a little bit. Understands the fact that, well, while it still does have that tier 1 tower there, that nowhere is really safe. The Fissure starts the attack, the creep wave's coming in, no Echo Slam required. In fact, it wasn't even available, it was still on cooldown.
See what Blitz was talking about? There was just 2 heroes off the map. The top lane was being pushed in. They actually showed the Slark and went ahead and said, hey, I'm still up here. I'm still pushing down this lane. They're going to try and hunt for him now, but he's already got his Blink Dagger, so he can make that kind of clean escape. When he's got these kind of items, he can show himself and put pressure, and so was Faith. Faith is actually throwing his summons into the lane.
Gonna go for the kick. He needs to keep that control over on the Beastmaster. Roar will happen. You got Gush and Malphus, but Jirax is going down. Everything is just being brought together. A magnetic personality is Shadow. He also goes up for Kuro. Liquid are losing too many heroes across the map. Mind control now. The Echo Slam. Final will be controlled. The Ravage has to buy space. Savage Roar working with it. Ice. He'll go down underneath the tower. Finally, money coming the way and an entangle as well. Vada, he needed this. A double kill for him. They'll BT forward on the back of that PL. Maybe with the Sunstrike. Vada, be careful! The Lord Druid got nailed! Fate's still on the run. Matamaman will finish up the job that Vada did start. That presence of mind. Get the snipe.
That was so big that he managed to pick off the lone druid like that, because that was the...
They only lost, they still had a somewhat favorable matchup just here in this mid lane. Matama Man, they're looking for it again. They have so much initiation on them.
They'll have to start with the Fissure once again and then jump in, follow up stun, the Sunstrike, a lot of damage. The PL brought down, it was actually the Bane's final nuke. They put him under and the tier 2 tower can be exposed. Meanwhile, Vada caught in the tree lines. The kick from Jirax will buy a little bit of space for the lone druid to maybe walk back out. He's got no mana and now no life. Brought down by the movement of Shadow. He actually leashes the Tidehunter. There's no Ravage. There's no control. The kick comes in from Jirax, but nothing gets off Shadow, especially when you tornado the Tidehunter up. There's a lot of momentum up in the air, but he still falls down to death. Team Liquid, they are on the ropes right now.
And this is the part where the Slark can get really in these team fights constantly. He's got the Blink Dagger, he's got the mobility to not make a single mistake in positioning. So they know that the mistake is going to come, but if they can have that mistake on at least near the river, maybe in somewhat of a neutral position, maybe Wings, when they get they find that opening, they take that kill, they're not able to immediately go high ground and take a lane.
Oh, Ice jumps in, goes for the instant Echo Slam. You got the follow-up silence on him, but the Sunstriker still will connect over on Kuro. He's so low, but Ice tick down, but you've got Shadow instantly there for the rebuttal. Team Liquid, do you want to try and push for more? The only opportunity you've actually got is Innocence. With that Lance form, Matama does have Diffusal Blade to charge spellable, and he goes through Innocence pretty quickly. That gives a double kill, actually, to Kuro's Enigma after death.
And that's the second time, actually. I think there was only 2 really big mistakes here by Wings. In fact,
nice opportunity to try and go for some kind of initiation on Shadow, but you see Ice position. He is exactly where he needs to be, just in the tree line, off out of vision of Team Liquid. And now, there's your jump, over on mind control. The silence there from Jirax, but Shadow just dark packs it off. And Ice, he's so good, but no, he jumps in, there's your Echo Slam. Tornado will fly through, but the Earthshaker's already going to go down. Mind control being focused. He just wants to TP out, and will he? No! Not successful. So close, and the Roar's on Kuro. You're going to lose both your big AoE controllers for Team Liquid. And the Tubberman is going to get out just in the nick of time. Back to base. 4. Everything's fine. That's if you're Wings, because you're in a great position now.
Oh yeah, Wings are very happy. I mean, they just managed to, as well as the 3 position from Liquid for their 2 supports. It's not the fight they dreamed of, for sure. And it's not probably the nastiest fight that Liquid has encountered just yet, but it is another small opening where Wings might be able to get a range tracks here. They're going to go back in. Shadow's just like, yeah, I'll take this. I still got Aegis.
Oh, what's Matamaman really going to do to him? Like, okay, you can burn off a little bit of the mana. The racks actually had to be fortified, but up on top lane, you've now got the Beastmaster attacking into the melee racks. They're being poked and prodded on all sides unwillingly. Maybe if you can get an entangle, there's 2 attacks into the Savage Roar, which actually didn't even connect on Faith.
That's a gem.
Oh, the Aegis is down. They're going to be able to play. Oh, no,
Koro, there's nothing else to really follow up, however. Shadow as well as Eyesight, they're all over it. And Shadow will keep going for the kills. Jumps forward, now away up on top lane. Fada, he's going to go down to the Invoker. He was locked inside the ice wall. Ravage be committed. They need that damn kill, but Shadow, he got back, but it's too late. Innocence will also drop the Fissure. More space being created. The Fiend's great, but there it is. He's able to find the pick. They look for more. Jirax wants a kill over an Ice Ice, the Thorn in the Liquid side. They will bring him down. He won't be able to fight. They kick his corpse away, respecting the dead, obviously. The Team Liquid, they defend, but you do lose your melee on top.
Yeah, that was kind of nasty. The big down game, you think about how to just
try and put the 20k deficit of gold in the back of your mind and 14k for experience.
Yeah, a few more of those and maybe Liquid.
Now the Raw, they go over on Koro. That definitely blast the mech will keep him alive a little bit longer. But the Invoker, he's such a cannon with the Sunstrike on mind control. The damage is too much. He can't run himself away. The Ravage, however, it'll hit. Maybe they can turn. Matamaman's got space. The kick will fly through with the BKB to protect the Shadow for the moment. Innocence can't really find a good target. He's going down. Matamaman's walking over them. BT is bringing extra help. Invoker brought back into the game, but Jirax kicks him once again. The Bears focusing on him. They need to keep that Invoker out of this fight. This could be a Shadow's dead. The PL, they find another one. They just keep going. The Fissure. Eyesight comes in, but the kick again. Jirax just keeps going to work, but the Beastmaster, he wants to go in just a second. 5 seconds till Roar's off cooldown.
Holy cow, I can't believe Liquid actually had the control to be able to stop pursuing for that Invoker. That was such a hype moment that they forced the buyback. They almost killed the Invoker again. They had the chance to pursue, but the fact that they walk away from that sort of fight, you win, but you still lose. Wings get the Roshan into their hands. The house always wins at this point.
They're underneath a Hawk, and that Observer Ward from Jirax, they saw Innocence. They try and go over and beat, but the double kick! Faith got connected on as well! Innocence wants to walk out here, but Matoma jumps forward. The Beastmaster in a world of hurt. Too many illusions around. The Soulstrike won't hit a real hero. They're going to lose the bait too. Ice Ice, hang in the tree line. Where's the Invoker? He wants to burn down Koro, but Jirax, this guy, he has tasted blood and he wants more. Vada moves forward, but now Shadow, how much respect do you give?
This is so good because we're chipping away at it too.
The benefit right now is that Liquid are in a much better position than they were in 10 minutes ago. They're able to push out the lanes without feeling as if there's going to be a massive team fight. That was one of the major deterrents for them getting any sort of farm, is that they just had to send their summons forward.
Mid lane, Tornado, Koro is going to be picked up by this one. And with the BKB from the Invoker, he wants to fight. Koro, he got bad stuff. Koro needs that black hole. He went in there. Will they have enough? They can't see him. They can't attack him. Beastgrip actually dragging Koro out the black hole. He'll go down. The Fissure is there. Chaos survive until the Ravage. And the gush. My controller brings down the Slark. There is still so much control with Eyesight. Echo Slam Matamaman. He's down for the count. No buyback available on both the Lone Druid as well as the PL. Enigma will have his, but he has no black hole. There's no Ravage. And maybe this is finally that opportunity that Wings were waiting for. They're actually going to find Jirax.
They don't have black hole. Jirax is just trying to lead him on a ghost chase at this point in time, getting away from them.
They're chasing
them away from the base a little bit.
They are chasing a long way for this.
I mean, they know they've got plenty of time. They can afford to chase down this kill, and will still have a full minute before the Phantom Lancer is back up. So they claim that kill. They turn right back around, and this should be megas. I can't really see how Liquid can defend with neither of their break ultimates and neither of their carries. This just seems impossible. Liquid
double
teased us
Ravage
with the comeback, but it doesn't seem possible.
Mind control just bought. his refresher orb to get his Ravage back off cooldown, left it back inside the base, so Wings will feel like there's no Ravage, but he's got no friends. There's no one else to help him survive. The pickup and the throwdown with EMP. Mind Control actually needs to go back and regenerate. The Megas up with this last range Rax to fall in Team Liquid. They stumbled in Shanghai, and it looks like we might be seeing a repeat. Mind Control, he'll avoid. Now is the time, the Ravage with a BKB! It actually did. Now that's him, that's game! The Ravage means nothing into the end of the day, and Wings are up 2-0 against Team Liquid. Not a single game dropped here until the grand final, where they've lost 2 in a row and are staring down the barrel of a whitewash.
And Wings a single game away from being able to take this championship. This team, this was their one shot. This is their big opportunity coming from the Chinese region to prove that they were some of the best. They could go to this LAN event and prove themselves, and they're doing it right before our very eyes.
Well, at least there's still some smiles over on the Liquid faces. But Wings, they were high-fiving in the end of game number 1. The smiles got bigger, the high-fives got harder. Wings looking fantastic in game 2. We'll have ourselves a short break. We'll be coming back here. Game